Now, our good friend Chuck Shute might be joining us all the way from Spokane, Washington. He might be going to the Washington State Utah game this weekend. He might even be going to see the Seattle Seahawks. None of it matters because the Kansas City Chiefs just acquired receiver Kadarius Toney in a trade with the New York Giants. So Super Bowl over, season over. Why are we even here?
What round was he drafted in?
First, back in 2020. So,
I was going to say he was like a really high pick.
Yeah,
he's underachieving.
Some injury concerns. He had 400 yards as a rookie, but obviously the Giants this year, who you're getting ready to see, are going to be without Kadarius Toney. He's now a Chief. How about that?
He's had 2 3rd and 6th, and we'll see what happens here.
They still got Daniel Jones, and that's all I'm excited about.
Yeah,
they also have Saquon Barkley in a defense, apparently.
Yeah,
that's what they tell me.
Seahawks have struggled with running quarterbacks like Kyler Murray and Taysom Hill, so it'll be interesting to see if Daniel Jones can run all over him.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if this is on any of our picks. This is a game, boy, it's kind of stands out to me as one that I wouldn't touch as a bettor. Chuck, we'll see if you, Noah, maybe you, will see if anybody is willing to touch it. But man, we always talk about, look at the schedule. As the season goes on, you get more knowledgeable about these teams, man. This week in the NFL especially, I'm throwing my hands up like this is a roulette wheel, 50-50. It's probably going to land on green too.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like to me. So you're joining us from Spokane, Washington. I as a former visitor there, I love Spokane. Noah here is a big Gonzaga fan, so it's a kumbaya.
The only one that hasn't been to Spokane.
Wow. Gotta go.
Got to rectify.
Wait, you're a Gonzaga fan, Noah?
Yes, huge Gonzaga fan. Since
okay,
1998. Not a bandwagon guy. This was before they got good.
No, yeah, my mom went there, and tons of my family did too. So, I mean, obviously, I didn't go there, but I root. So just like Wazoo, I didn't go there, but I know so many people that did. I root for those two teams. I root for WSU basketball
library there.
I haven't been there. I don't think ever. As many times as I've been to Spokane.
How far is Pullman from Spokane?
It's like an hour and 20 minutes or something like that. So we're renting a car, and then we're going to drive to WSU, stay there tonight, and then we're going to drive over to Seattle, stay with my brother, and go to the Seahawks game Sunday.
Dude, that sounds like something I would do. I love piecing together events.
That's
wonderful.
Check this out.
Colts game, right?
What's that?
So Clint could go to that Colts game. He pieced together a concert and a Colts game, and he's great at that.
No, but the third piece of it, my nephew plays high school football, and he plays for Eastside Catholic. They're number 1 in the state. So I was going to see his game on Friday, but they're so good they have a bye that week. They're in the playoffs already started.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, damn it. So I might have to. So I'm either going to have to come back for if he makes it the national championship or a state championship, whatever it's called. But otherwise, I'll have to see him next year. But.
Well, I'm concerned here because Noah seems to not really understand the magic of Pullman. He's a Corvallis guy, but I said Pullman.
Yes.
He's like, wait, what's there? Sir, the Pullman, Washington, home of the Wazoo Cougars, hosting the Utah Utes here this weekend. So come on, the magic is equally dispersed among the Pac-12, sir.
Home team
and I'll be there, so I'm going to make it loud. Just
the bad luck guy.
Hey, no, I'm good luck when I'm actually there at the game.
Well, that might be bad for my picks. We'll see here.
We'll see. I was good luck for Missouri hosting Vanderbilt last week, and what was proved to be the game of the week. Missouri upends Vanderbilt in what can only be described as
by more if you
a Mona Lisa, a Rembrandt. It was poetry in motion. It was art at its height, and I was there to take it all in. Didn't see you bozos there, and you were lucky.
I was enjoying my weekend.
You were exactly. If you were at a pumpkin patch, if you were at a winery, if you were taking kids to the park, you had a better time than I did. That's for sure.
They won, though, right?
Yeah, I'm told. Yes, that they did. Their hands were raised in victory, but sometimes the price you pay for a victory is equal to
the center of the field and had their hands raised as the victors.
To the victors.
Will they win any more games the rest of the year? They won't get bowl eligibility, will they?
I don't believe so. They're 3-4. Okay. Still got like Kentucky, South Carolina this weekend. We'll see if that makes it on any of the picks. I don't know. I don't think so. New Mexico State coming up here, so there's one.
Hey,
but you got to get 3 out of this. And Tennessee's coming up, top offense in the country. Not looking good, and that's kind of the sorry state of where things are. But getting into things, Chuck, I want to start with you. You may have the most trouble here of pulling up the graphics. We'll try to help you along if you can't see. He's on a phone. He's in a hotel. Chuck is just
wearing sunglasses. Is that what?
Yes, I'm not Minshew. I'm doing the Minshew. Okay, yeah. Let's see where.
Corey Hart.
Yeah.
Here.
So, yeah, the Jets. I mean, that's
this is our upset.
Wait, is this the one from? Are they playing the Broncos? They already played the Broncos.
Oh,
did I send you the wrong thing?
Yeah, that's the wrong one in here. All right, I put the wrong one in here, so we're just gonna have to wing it. I think your upset, I think, was no, your lock. Let's try to find that here because this might have been a holdover from last week that I just didn't get.
I did pick the Jets as an upset again, so that
here's
might be
one.
Why there's some
this might be. This is it. Here we go.
Yeah, there we go.
The right one.
So I'm rolling with the Jets. Wait, is that the Patriots? That's right. The Patriots are the favorite. Are you kidding me?
I know.
I bet on the Patriots thinking they're going to kill the Bears. They got killed by the Bears. They didn't just lose to the Bears. They got killed. They used 2 quarterbacks. They had no defense against the Bears. Since when are the Bears in high-powered offense? So to me, that seems like a no-brainer. I feel like the Jets should definitely win. They might even kill them. I mean, the Jets don't have a great offense themselves, but I think they're what are they 5-2 or 6-2 or something? Like they've done pretty well, and it's at home. You know the Jets fans are clamoring to take down the Patriots. They haven't beat the Patriots in a long time or very often in a long time. So I think that the crowd's going to be into this. I think they're going to win it with defense. It might be like a 16-12 game or something, but I think they're going to come out victorious.
Agreed. And now the lock, it's already here. No time like the present. We have a lock.
Yeah.
And Chuck, this is maybe just the fact that you're going to be there. What has prompted this is a toss up here. This is going to be a tough one, but you got Seahawks minus the 3. They're favored at home.
I'd tease it down to 2.5.
I don't know if you guys remember Seahawks football history, but there was a game where the Giants came in and their kicker missed 5, I think, game-winning field goal attempts, and they won the game. And I was at that game. I was in what they call the Hawks Nest. It's one side of the field, and we were screaming our heads off. And most of those missed kicks were on that side of the field. And I think that we made a huge difference. And I think it's going to be one of those games. The Seahawks are in first place right now. The Giants have a good record. They're coming in. They're a good team. But the crowd is going to be fired up. And I think the defense is going to win this for the Seahawks because I think the crowd is going to amp up the defense. And the defense is just going to come out, and they're going to play so hard and aggressive. And I think it's going to be hard for the Giants to get anything done on offense. And I think also we have a really good running game. I'm a little worried that DK Metcalf is out, but if you look at the season and Geno Smith, he hasn't really thrown to DK Metcalf, although Metcalf may have been kind of a decoy, taking off, double coverage and things. So definitely going to be a factor. And like I said earlier, Daniel Jones, we've struggled with running quarterbacks. So that's going to be the matchup to watch is the linebackers. Maybe they'll do a spy against Daniel Jones or something. I don't know, but I don't think Saquon Barkley, I think he could get 100 yards and a touchdown, but I don't know that he's necessarily going to light it up against this defense. I just think there's going to be too much energy at what do they call it now? CenturyLink Field, Quest Field, Seahawks Stadium, whatever they're calling it this week. I'm going to be there. I'm going to get the crowd into it. It's going to be fun.
Well,
you're tasked with that.
The Giants are going to lose at some point. They're just going to. Yeah. This just is going to can't go on. And I was really impressed. Seattle goes into Los Angeles, beats the Chargers last weekend. Geno Smith, highest completion percentage in the NFL right now amongst quarterbacks. I like it. I like that pick. Okay, we got our college and NFL here. The 4-pick parlay there. It looks like you got Packers, Steelers, Bears, and Jets. Can't argue.
So this is interesting. These are are these the ones that? Yeah, these are all underdogs. So if you look at last week, there was 3 teams. I can't remember all of them. So if you picked the Bears and the Panthers, and there was a third one, was it the Jets? I don't know. There was like 3 of them. If you had picked those 3 teams to win on a parlay, you would have cleaned up. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm doing the George Costanza this week. I'm doing the opposite. Nobody's expecting the Steelers to go into the Eagles and win. But hey, this is the NFL. Anything could happen. This is going to be a fun $10. Just think about it. The Packers, they have Aaron Rodgers. Maybe they get out of that slump. The Eagles, they can't keep winning. They can't win forever. You never know. And the Cowboys, I'm not on board with Prescott. He looks like crap. And the Bears looked really good against the Patriots. I don't know if it's the Patriots are that bad or the Bears are that good, but who knows? And again,
worth a flyer here, though.
Yeah, it's worth a flyer for 10. This could be fun. because I'm sick of like having these teams that you think are going to dominate and they don't dominate. So I don't know. It'd be funny if like 3 of these 4 won. Even that would be entertaining to me.
Right.
And then, yeah, but college typically these are the teams that are going to win. Of course, last week I think it was Charlotte that screwed. I had like 2 parlays and that screwed both of them. And
well, Healy got fired immediately after the game.
Yeah,
so
I mean they were like 20-point favorites or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got. I mean, look at this. This is, and I mean, Boise State here. Of everything that stands out, minus 6,000 against Colorado State.
Yeah, I mean,
oh my goodness.
Right. So
because I mean, this whole thing pays out plus 122. So obviously these are heavy favorites that you can package together and win here.
So you got one safe bet on the right, and you got a wild card that's going to pay out big if it wins on the left. So pick your poison.
Yeah, I like this. I like that. That's fun. And now you want to talk about wild card. The wild card of all wild cards, folks. A 15-game parlay.
Ooh.
Watch and enjoy if you dare.
We have Chuck.
As it looks like we have 15 games. Look at this play out. Is that plus?
No shit.
$10,000.
Yeah, what we got? $10 to win 10K. You got to hit them all. Jags, Jets.
I'm out of trouble connecting.
I know. Yep, we're trying to get you back here, Chuck.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep, we got.
We can hear you, bud.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Let's move closer to the Wi-Fi. I'm like, I don't know that I'm.
We've got the Jags, Jets, Cowboys, Falcons, Eagles, Dolphins, Raiders, just all the games here. Hello? Vikings, Ravens, Titans, Rams, Seahawks, Commanders, Bills, Bengals. Oh, $10 on
hopefully you guys can fit.
All those are winners. 10 G's is in your pocket, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy it.
I mean, when you look at it, and so this is just kind of the strategy here is to pick favorites. I mean, when you're picking the NFL, I mean, week to week, you're going to be lucky if you come out on top. If there's 15 games, if you can go whatever 8-7, you've done. I mean, to me, it's
especially
a big
this
victory.
year. Yeah.
Especially this year. And we lost Chuck there. He's on some hotel Wi-Fi. I'm just kind of looking around this. It's, if you like to have fun and you like to just take a flyer and just play $10 with a chance, it's just like buying a scratch off ticket, right?
Yeah, I see a lot of these. A lot of people are doing them with NBA, and they do them with some prop bets and stuff, and they just call them lotto bets. And so you put $5-10 on it, and you might hit 1 or 2 of these. If you play all year, you might hit 1 or 2, but they pay out so huge that it's worth it. So,
and I think we might have Chuck back.
Oh, hey, sorry, I don't know what happened.
No, we got you back. We were just going over this 15 games, and we likened it to buying a scratcher's ticket. You pay $10 and you might just win 10,000. Why not? Right?
Who knows? Yeah. I'm just going to do this maybe not every week, but every once in a while. Why not? And again, if everything goes to plan, then this plays out. But if all the upsets happen, then I got the other parlay to cover that. So
that's a good point. I like that.
Yeah.
Great stuff. So, there's different ways to play around with this. You can stick to teams that you like. You can stick to or you can kind of go the other way. You could do bets that kind of contradict each other, right? Which there's
right.
And
your bets.
Yeah, you kind of hedge your bets a little bit. And I think that there's an art form to that too. A lot of people don't really get that. So Chuck, do you, as just kind of like a mental thing, do you like to hedge and kind of do stuff like this just to kind of like open up to different possibilities, or
sure.
kind of what's your strategy there?
You know what else you can do is I think I've done on other parlays that I've shared here is you do the alternate spread. That's always fun. So like you could say like, okay, well, I don't know if the Seahawks are going to beat the Giants, but they'll at least keep it within 7. So I'll take Seahawks plus 7. It's not going to pay as much, but if you do a parlay and you do a bunch of teams with that, and you feel pretty safe about a lot of them. But to see, again, the NFL's been so weird. I mean, I just would not have picked the Buccaneers to get killed by the Jaguars last week, So it's like, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? So it's just fun.
The Patriots plus 20.
What's that?
You would have needed the Patriots plus 20.
Right? I mean, that's so bizarre. Who knows? So,
all right. Well, Noah, let's go to you here. So, I think we have some left over in there. So pull up. I'm not.
Yeah, they should all be at the bottom here.
Okay, because there was one at the top.
I can get to it. Help. Here we go. All right. We've got a Thursday night flyer here. And I'm sorry, Chuck. I've got I've got NC State, and I've got the Ravens pulling off, I guess, the upset. That's what Vegas is telling me. But it sounds like Rashad Bateman and Mark Andrews are going to try and give it a go for the Ravens. We just saw what happened with the Bucs. I lost a ton of money on the Bucs, betting them easy winner over PJ Walker and the Panthers. Not so fast, my friend, says Lee Corso, and they take all my money, unfortunately. But that's your Thursday night flyer. Big NFL parlay over here. Not as big as normal because, like Clint has mentioned, like we've all talked about, this week is insane. I can't pick any of them, but these are the four out of all the games that I feel pretty confident about. We've got the Eagles keeping their winning streak going. Sorry, Chuck. We've got the Bills over the Packers again. Sorry, Chuck. Got the Cowboys over the Panthers. Here. Sorry, Chuck. And we've got the Jags over the Broncos because
hey, I like that one.
It's insane.
Yeah, Russell Wilson's good to go here, good to roll, whatever he said. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing for the Broncos. So
doing calisthenics on the airplane on the flight over to London, waking up his teammates who are trying to sleep. So he's we need to go the lost and found, Russell, because you've lost it.
Okay, wow, here we go.
And 10 games here in a big college parlay, not 12 like I normally do. We've got USC, Oregon, Navy over Temple. Temple's horrendous. TCU beating West Virginia. UCLA over Stanford. Arizona State, they're playing a horrible Colorado team, so finally I can pick them. Illinois at Nebraska. Nebraska's just kind of lost, trying to find themselves. Illinois, number 17 in the country. Notre Dame almost took down Clemson, almost, but not quite. And so I've got them beating Notre Dame here at home in the Carrier Dome or whatever it is now. That's the last name I remember it. I can't keep track of it. And we've got Tennessee at home over Kentucky and Ohio State on the road. Probably a whiteout there in Penn State, but Penn State not strong enough for me to take down Ohio State. So I've got Ohio State there, and that's your 10-game parlay. That's some good money there. I think that's a good thing that's going to happen. So take a look at that.
I'm a little worried about Illinois at Nebraska for some reason.
Nah, I mean, yeah, Nebraska does win some weird games, but and it is there. The Cornhusker fans are going to be going crazy, but I still think Illinois can pull it out there. Upset special of the week. I've got Oklahoma State going to Kansas State. They're plus 105. This is going to be a close game. I like what K-State's doing there with Taylor Martinez, but I still have Oklahoma State coming out on top. And then this is just evil. I don't know what I was doing. This is my lock of the week is against you guys. South Carolina beating Missouri and Utah beating Washington.
You are evil. 11. Oh my God.
It was just evil. I don't know what happened to me. Maybe the Halloween thing. I just want to play the villain. So that's what I'm going with here.
You know, yeah, South Carolina ranked now. Spencer Rattler, they're 5-2. Shane Beamer, Coach of the Year candidate in the SEC with what the Gamecocks have done. They just knocked off Kentucky. I like that. I like that pick. It's going to be in Columbia, South Carolina, which Noah, as we know, is a epic environment. I mean, I'm not kidding.
Underrated.
Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina is nutso. Great stadium. It's right there in this weird part of town in the fairgrounds there in Columbia. It's kind of an odd area, but great fans. In South Carolina, yeah, they're gonna take care of business against my Tigers this week. So let's see if I have anything to contradict.
If the Cougs win, you're going to lose 2 parlays.
Yes.
Okay.
The Thursday night.
Wow. Yeah, that's true.
Are going to be gone. So
Thursday night you got to be careful on Thursday night. Crazy stuff happens.
Especially in Pullman, Noah, Washington.
It's not Corvallis. I'm fine.
Okay.
Let's see what we got here, guys. Okay, my lock this week. No one had this in their parlay. It's not that big of a favorite here for Arkansas. I got Arkansas at Auburn. That's my lock. That's going to be a win. KJ Jefferson, Sam Pittman, Barry Odom's defense has been letting down, but Auburn's looking for an excuse to fire Brian Harsin. They've been playing a little better of late, but they're going down. I mean, Arkansas is going down there and winning. You just saw Arkansas coming off of a bye. They just beat a BYU team on the road just a couple weeks ago. Arkansas is your lock of the week. And upset special. Once again, I rode with it last week and I lost it. I think Noah and I had the same, right? Ole Miss loses last week inexplicably, giving up like 40 unanswered points to LSU. This week they are done once again. Ole Miss here is, underdog going at Texas A&M, and I've got Ole Miss here. So we're going to write it out one more time, see what happens. And if not, this will be my last time with the Fighting Lane Kiffin. So on to the college and NFL side, nothing too different. Oh my gosh, Noah. Oh my gosh, look at it. Check it out. There it is. I got it too. South Carolina. I got my Missouri Tigers.
You picked against your own team.
I mean, you have to at this point. I think Shane Beamer's doing a good job. And some games that you guys didn't have here. We got USC here in Arizona, throwing that one in there. Oregon at Cal. Oregon coming off that big win against UCLA, and I picked the Bruins in that game. So I like Oregon to go there. TCU, West Virginia, the Horned Frogs guys under Coach Sonny Dykes, undefeated, trying to keep that alive at West Virginia. He's been just a middling team. TCU is going to keep that rolling. And Ohio State, Penn State, everybody kind of in agreement there. Just like Noah, trying to keep it close to the vest here. NFL, I'm scared. I got the Vikings continuing to roll. And then just throwing in Eagles, Bengals, Cowboys. We'll see. This week, like I said, is such a crazy deal with the NFL. It's like a lot of just, the NFL this year in general is just all kind of, everyone's kind of the same. You've got some elites and everyone's just kind of blah in there. So
I like that Vikings bet, but I didn't pick it. I was a little scared with DeAndre Hopkins back. I was just a little hesitant, so I just stayed away from it. But I do like it. I do like the Vikings in that.
But I'm hesitant about everything. Yeah. So
that's a good point as
well.
You
should just put like $1 on that wild card, the 4-team parlay of the losers. I mean, if it pays, you cover your bets for sure. You'll win a little extra.
Well, we might have to cover this one, guys, because I like to just kind of throw out some crazy stuff here. So for the wild card, I'm picking Green Bay plus the 11. They're not going to win this game. I think they can cover the 11. I think they can lose this game by 7 to 10 points. And I think Aaron Rodgers trying to get the ship righted there in Green Bay.
So bad, but yeah, I don't know.
It's a big number. 11's a huge number
11 in the NFL.
Aaron Rodgers, the Packers, 3 weeks ago were a Super Bowl contender out of the NFC. So maybe they still are. Maybe they get back on track. And then over 51.5 points, Dolphins and Lions. Tua's back. I like what they've got there. Of course, the receiver position, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and the Detroit Lions started the season off scoring at an alarming rate. That's been down. I still like the over here, over 50.
I feel like the Dolphins can win 52-0. So there you go.
I was going to say the same thing. Yeah, it could be 52-0 Dolphins.
That would cover it. That would do it. Man. So here we are, just trickling our way through the season. Some good picks here. I like it. Last week, actually, my college parlay did hit, so I had that. Did anyone else have any hits?
Did you see the one I picked? It was a 4 parlay. It was Tua have 250 yards passing, Mostert 60 yards rushing, and Waddle and Tyreek Hill had 60 yards or 65 yards receiving. All those things hit. I won $500.
That's a big one, right? That was the one of the week. I wish I still had that.
Yeah, I saw that in the DraftKings, and I was like, usually I just don't pay attention to those because I'm like, it's always like something ridiculous, like, oh, Mahomes will have 400 yards and 6 touchdowns. You're like, okay, probably not. But that one, I was like, this is pretty realistic. I'm gonna throw 50 on this, and it hit $500.
Well, I'd say for the heck of it, I think that it would be good if we just we do the show on Thursdays. We might as well pick the Thursday night game, and
sure.
You've got the Ravens going to the Bucks here, and they're a slight underdog. And Noah had that in one of his picks. He's got the Ravens here pulling the upset. And I just without looking into it, I like the Ravens too. I think the Bucks are lost. Tom Brady apparently has been offered an ultimatum, and how does anyone know that? By the way, that Giselle told Tom, if you give it up, the marriage can be saved. What's going on here?
After losing to the Panthers, I'd be like, okay, yeah, we're good here. I don't need to keep going this season. This sucks.
Leave with dignity, I think. I mean, you know what, though? Then again, the way the NFL is going this year, I'm taking the Bucks because there's been everything is the opposite of what you think. He's probably going to go out there and light it up tonight. He's probably going to throw 5 touchdowns. I would bet on Tom Brady tonight just because nobody else is. And, like, maybe he's going to be motivated. He's like, I'll show Giselle how good I am at quarterback.
I
don't know.
Chuck, you bring up a good point because I think that we all, when it comes to football, we have a recency bias with what we just saw. And that's not necessarily how things work. You don't look at, Green Bay was just pitiful, lost to the Commanders. The Bucks were just pitiful, lost to the Carolina. I mean, the Bucks also handed the Cowboys a loss in week 1. The Bucks were also a surefire NFC Championship type team a long time ago. Exactly. So recency bias also comes into play here, though, and you can't always do that.
I think the Bucks defense is not very good. I feel like Lamar Jackson should go in there and just light it up. But again, Thursday night especially, crazy stuff happens. It's a short week. People get injured, and it's just going to be a crazy game. And I wouldn't be shocked if the Bucks won. I mean, they are the favorite too, which is kind of weird, but who knows? I mean, I think you're also probably got a pretty good bet if you're betting against them with the Ravens. I think it's weird though, they're underdog. So that pays more if you take the Ravens, right?
Yeah,
slightly.
Plus 105 right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't think the home field advantages to me are not what they were in 20 years ago, 25 years ago in the NFL.
Yeah.
We'd have to do some numbers crunching, but I just feel like going on the road. I mean, the Chiefs are a good example of this. The Chiefs are a really good road team. They just went to San Francisco and won by 21, and then at home against the Raiders, were struggling, had to win by 1 point, lost to the Bills. So going on the road, I don't think is what it once was. I mean, there are places and environments, Kansas City, Seattle are really good, home environments. Buffalo, Green Bay, I guess, Denver sometimes. I mean, it just depends. But teams are going on the road. It's not as daunting. It's not as I don't know. And also because of you guys subscribe to this theory at all, that because of stuff like StubHub, secondary ticket market, that more fans of other teams are going to games and traveling.
Yeah, big time for sure. Well, and also like in Seattle, especially when they were good, it was all these like tech guys that they weren't even from Seattle, but they were like rich and like, yeah, I'll buy a $1,200 Seahawks ticket and go to the game and like drink coffee and wine and not cheer. It wasn't, it used to be like these diehard blue collar fans that would scream their head off and get really drunk. And now it's these like rich, uppity, like holding their glass of wine and like sipping it and like, I guess I'll watch a little football while I have my conversation. Like, it's not the same. It's not the same kind of fans. So
I do. I think the NFL is more corporate in general.
Yeah, I remember back in high school saying that there should have been a test that you would have to take to purchase a ticket to get into the stadium. How much do you know about this team? Are you a real fan or not?
I think we lost Chuck again, but guys, I think there's something that the NFL is very corporate. We've been to the Super Bowl and we see what that's like, and it's all very corporate. And I don't know what you do about that, because the secondary ticket market's opened up a lot of options for people to travel. And I mean, you go to a lot of games, and the opposing fans are overwhelming, even the home fans in some places like Jacksonville or Indianapolis. I've seen it with my own eyes. Houston. I don't know. It's interesting. But guys, Chuck, you got a big day ahead of you, big weekend. We got to let you get to that, man. Have a great time.
All right,
my friend. Hope it's a great weekend. Hope it's fortuitous for everyone. Thanks for joining us this week. And we will see you again here on Winner Takes It All. Great times, Chuck. Have a great weekend, my friend.
All right. See you guys.